Hello, I'm going to show you how to do some fun stuff, primarily focused on the exercise I just posted, spreadsheet as wiki models. Okay, this is a little confusing perhaps and a little complex, but everything's linked and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the basic idea here really builds on this spreadsheet. Okay, and what I'm interested in doing is imagining a set of 16 tiddlers um, described by two different dimensions. And so I'm going to talk about two different dimensions here. The first is going to be color. And so I'll think about, let's see, we'll have red, uh, blue, green, and yellow. Okay, notice that some of these words are propagating down. And then we're going to compare different objects. Let's say we'll have flowers, and trucks, and houses, and balls. Okay, so if you think about colors versus objects, what that's going to give us is the intersection of red flower will be red flower, blue truck, greenhouse, green ball, yellow ball. And if you look at these formulas, you'll see how they're written in the Google spreadsheet. They basically go up and grab the name of the first value, the one associated with color, and then the name of the second, then the value of the second dimension, the one associated with an object. Combine them in a wiki word to make red flower, blue flower, etc. Okay. So far, I hope so good. What I'm doing down here in this spreadsheet is going and grabbing the name of this tiddler and enclosing it inside of curly braces. That's what this formula does. And the result is that we have the name of a tiddler inside curly braces, which will transclude it. Okay, and I'll probably change that. In fact, I think I will. I'm just going to change it right here. I thought I had changed that already, so I'm going to pause my video and come back. I'll just keep the video running. It will only take me a second. And you'll see how to type these formulas. So we want it to look like that. Ooh, it worked. Okay, so this is actually the way you're going to get the way that you're going to get the spreadsheet. So all I've done really is just created a set of 4x4 of 16 tiddlers that I can then work with and play with and create this sort of spreadsheet model. I'm going to go ahead and select all in the spreadsheet and copy this spreadsheet. Okay, I'm going to go back to Design Right because we've done this. We've combined all possible combinations. We've gotten our 16 tiddlers. We've used the template. We've created our own dimensions. I just created my dimensions. And we're going to paste it to this spreadsheet to tiddly table conversion tool, which is a separate outside tool that I built, but I cannot get to work inside the current version of TiddlyWiki. Remember, we copied the entire spreadsheet on the first sheet, and we're just going to paste it in here, click Translate, select that whole box, which is written in Tiddly Table format, and go back and click on Tiddly Tables, edit, and paste. And hopefully this worked. We'll see how it looks. Pretty interesting. Not quite sure what's going on here. Oh, I've got an old yellow house tiddler. That was from my first draft. I'm going to go ahead and delete this tiddler. I should have checked it. That's when I was thinking of having more sort of artsy stuff rather than these simple little images that you'll see in a few minutes. So I deleted it. Okay. So now you see that none of these tiddlers exist, but there's links to each of them. There's tags here. These are transcluded. And so part of your exercise is I'm going to go ahead and click on my red flower tiddler and create it. and maybe I'll drag a picture in, I'll put a link in, I'll describe, put some text in. I'm just going to write here, this is a red flower tiddler. I'm going to save it. And you'll see down here that the contents of the tiddler I just created are going to show up in here. Okay. And you're probably thinking, this isn't very interesting. Why would I do this? I'm going to show you in a few minutes in the second example why you do it, but once you've created these tiddlers, you'll see that there's sort of a navigation scheme built in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and create a few more. I'll just create the blue flower tiddlers, and this is the blue flower tiddler. I forgot to do this previously, but I've got to tag this now to blue and flower. Okay, so you've got to tag each tiddler as you create them. I'm going to go back to red flower. You've got to tag it to red and flower. Okay, and we'll close this, we'll close this. I'm just going to go across the top row. Takes a little bit of time. Green flower. And I'll say this is the green flower. And we'll do the yellow flower, and that will be our last flower. Of course, your words are going to be different. They can be anything. So we've got these all built, and let's go down and do trucks. Let's do the rest of the red column. So we're going to tag this to red and truck. I'm going to write red truck. And we've got red house. And we'll tag to red, or we'll type red house. And I've got one more to do, and you'll see some of the logic and what we've really been doing and why we're doing this. And this is red ball, of course. Okay. So what we've done, if you look back at our spreadsheet, is we've taken here and we've tagged up to the top and over to the left. So in our spreadsheet table, we've tagged to the values of the two dimensions that we're comparing. Every tiddler, red flower gets tagged to red and flower, red house gets tagged to red and house, of course greenhouse gets tagged to green and house. Okay, why would we do that? Well, if we were over here, we can enter into our tiddlers, we'll go to green flower, and given its tagging, we can now navigate. I'm going to go ahead and close all the others. We can navigate from green flower. We're here. We can navigate to yellow flower, blue flower, red flower, or green truck, greenhouse, or green ball. Of course, I didn't build those tiddlers, so we're going to select, we're going to go to the flower, we'll go to the red flower. And from red flower, we can navigate to the red truck. From the red truck, we could navigate to the, well, we've only got the red truck built, so we can navigate to other red things, such as the red ball. And so what this does is allows you to create a relationship among 16 tiddlers so that you can navigate, essentially, if you're thinking of it as a spreadsheet, you can navigate across or up or down. It looks a little more interesting with some visuals, and so in the next video that I'm going to make, I'm going to show you how to do that.